Okay, so I'm going to try to make this quick. I'm trying to go to bed, but I just got another text message, and in Colorado it's a little earlier, which is where I'm from. So just try to make a blanket statement. My dad must have been having a bad day today. He actually, I think he tried to tell me he was having a bad month, but he said mouth, and with my dad, you never really know. I'd sent him like a horse that was sick, information about it, asking if he could possibly help because the woman who had the sick horse was saying that she couldn't get a vet to commit to being there for like 3 days, and she didn't think that the horse would survive that long, and the horse looked really rough. My dad's like a horse whisperer. He's like really great with animals, like horses, cows, dogs. He just kind of has a knack, and he is somebody that can like look at poop and know what's wrong with an animal and stuff sometimes. And he's just a rancher, so he was like really combative about it. Don't show me this crap. I don't treat my animals like that. I'm like, neither did this lady. I thought maybe you could like give her some ideas. And so I don't know. Then he kind of apologized. That was like 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I don't hear from him until I'm coming back from the pool. And he was just really combative. And that's not like my dad. Usually he calls and he just wants to talk about himself and then he's done. I wouldn't, I don't know if I would say that he's a narcissist, like a narcissist, but like all of the phone calls are usually like, let me tell you everything that's going on with me and then bye. He never calls any of us for his birthday, for our birthday, but then if we don't call him by like 10 o'clock, he's calling our mother that he's divorced from, being like, your kids are in grades. They can't even call me for my birthday. And it's like, okay, dude, like give us a minute. And you haven't called us on our birthdays for like 8 years. So, but he calls. I figure he just wants to tell me whatever's going on that has made his, bad month. And I figured it had something to do with his bull sale or something because he didn't do that great with that. I don't know if it has anything to do like with the economy or all of the canceled beef contracts or the Bureau of Land Management being up for grabs with the 200 million acres that they proved to sell. Like, could that have anything to do with it? I don't know. He would never tell me. But immediately he is saying, well, I don't want to get political, but, and asking me about like how corrupt I think Biden is with his pardon to his son and how much money Hunter made. And I kind of said, yeah, I think a lot of, like kids have profited from their parents being president. And, like I kind of feel like the pardon, now that we know about his cancer, was maybe, so he could protect his kid, even after he dies. So he didn't like that. Then he was trying to tell me what a raging Democrat the owners of Fox News and Elon Musk is. Raging Democrats. I mean, I know that the one heir or whatever, Fox News, is Democratic leaning, but definitely not the other two, right? What else? Oh, about immigrants. And, that's where it gets a little personal for me. My kid's dad is half Mexican, half Dutch, raised in Canada. So, there's a lot of feelings that go around that. My sister-in-law is Korean. We have a lot of immigrants on that side of the family. And at one point in time, our family was immigrants and or Native Americans and oppressed, too. So I think I said something like, yeah, if they need to, get people out and they have due process and they found that it's valid, great. But seeing kids in zip ties and mothers with their 4 weeks old babies watching their older children being practically tackled and zip tied in front of all of their neighbors and arrested in front of their church, like I'm not cool with that. And I don't even think I could get all of that out before I realized he had hung up on me. And then he was texting me saying that never to ask him for anything again, which I think he gave me like $300 when I started my first classroom earlier this year, and that's the first thing he'd given me in years. Um, I know when Cameron was like a baby, I had asked if maybe he could help me with my cell phone plan. Cameron is 15 now. And he agreed to pay, and then his wife canceled the payment. That was really fun. Um, so I don't really know what he's talking about. Because when it comes to him, I try not to ask him for help. Sometimes he's helped pay for my mom, like plane tickets for us all to fly out, because that can get expensive. And sometimes she buys the tickets and then asks him if he wants to help, because he's going to get to see us too. But like that's not on my end. So, I basically just told him that if he wanted to write us out, that was fine. And if he would rather be hateful and hold on to that and, basically be a MAGA cultist that only watches Fox News, if he needed that more than he needed us, then go for it. So that's my story. Sorry it's so long. I'll be okay. My kids will be okay. They won't miss the money that he sends them for a Christmas/birthday, since he never remembers their birthdays and he has no idea when they were born.